Welcome, everybody out there in the internet, to the holiday extravaganza of Sis and Big Pops culture, as we like to call episode 79. I am Big Pops Todd Turner, also known as Mosaic Fan Art. As always, with me in a different state is...
Hi, friends. I'm Hannah Jo, aka Sis, and together we are an adult. And woo, I got excited. We are an adult daughter and father duo. We dive into all things geek, nerd, and fandom. Every episode is family friendly.
Family friendly.
Families that are friendlies.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's. Who knows?
Who knows what?
I don't know. Who knows what?
Happy, merry, holly, jolly season's greetings here.
What's that from, Hannah? Frozen 2 Christmas special?
No, that's from the Frozen Christmas special. It's not the Frozen 2 Christmas special. It's the Frozen Christmas special.
Isn't that the one where he goes into all these different houses and
he's collecting holiday traditions for the girls because they don't have any traditions together, but they ultimately discovered that their family tradition is Olaf.
Okay, so that's fun. Yes, I remember that now.
Sweet. And then they sing a song about I'm gonna cry. When we're together, I have everything on my list.
Well, we are a family. Before we get into everything that we do here, we are a family of many traditions, but this Christmas is new.
Well, I literally asked Trevin, I was like, do you think that we could watch The Holiday on Christmas Eve? And Trevin was like, I think that we could, but I don't think that's something we can schedule.
Nothing we could schedule.
I was like, but
we can watch it on.
We haven't watched The Holiday, and we also haven't watched. We haven't watched The Holiday, and we haven't watched The Last Holiday because I want to watch both of those. And Trevin is like, we'll watch those with your family.
There you go.
And so we're saving them. So if we don't watch them, then we're coming home after Christmas, and we're renting.
You don't have to rent them. Oh, yeah.
You have the DVDs. You have The Last Holiday and The Holiday DVDs.
I know.
We don't.
I know. It's crazy. All right, Hannah, we'll tell everybody what we do here.
Friends, welcome. We are going to chat about a bunch of different stuff today. We're going to talk about nerd news. Nerd news to us.
To us.
Perhaps is a better way of explaining it. We're going to chat about what we've been watching, listening, reading, or binging, so to speak. We are going to, Pops is going to share his pull list, and we are going to review The Family Switch, which is the new Netflix Christmas movie.
Yeah, it takes place at Christmas.
It takes place at Christmas, but it has like 5% to do with Christmas.
It's all right. Anyway, let's jump into it with nerd news. To us. So, Hannah, what is news to you that you think is share-worthy to Big Pops here?
I have 4 pieces of news.
I've got some random stuff written down here, and I can't even read my handwriting.
They are all movies that I want to see.
Dune.
Did you the third commercial for Dune? Yes, that was on my list. What do you think of it?
I think the Harkonnens need to get the hair club for men. They got no hair. None of them. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was awesome. It's cool. I'm here for it. I like that we're going to see more about Raban fighting in the arena and everything, because that happens in the book.
The movie? The book,
yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, they show him fighting.
The movie is supposedly 3 hours long.
That's fine.
Extended edition says who?
What do you mean extended edition?
I'm just thinking about Lord of the Rings. I'm like, my body knows how to sit for a 3-hour movie.
I know. Exactly. So yeah, was that one of your things?
Yeah.
Did you hear Nicholas Holt, the Beast from whatever? You remember Nicholas Holt? He was also in Renfield that just came out with, I didn't see it.
He was a zombie in Warm Bodies.
Yes. He's going to be Lex Luthor.
Oh, sick.
In the new, the new one, the James Gunn's helming. No.
Or in Batman.
Superman. A Superman.
I can't. I'm not well. I know who Lex Luthor is, everyone. I pinky promise. I apologize. Please don't take my nerd card.
No, I mean, Lex Luthor is with Batman too. So, I mean, it's no big deal. He's in the DC universe and the Joker. So, yeah. I don't know. I think, so he will have been in an X-Men. And so he's one of the DC Marvel crossovers.
He's in good company. Chris Evans.
Yeah, Chris Evans has been in everything.
He's been in everything.
Even in anime. So there you go. Yeah.
Have you seen the commercial for the new movie If?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Explain it to me.
It is by John Krasinski. It's written and directed by John Krasinski. It's starring Ryan Reynolds. And unknown teenage girl. Like middle school teenage girl. And it is all of the ifs. So grown-ups, when they continue to grow up, their imaginary friends don't have a place to go. And so it's like, what's going to happen to these imaginary friends? And this little girl has to save all of the ifs.
She has to save all those.
Yeah.
So my problem with Ryan Reynolds is that every movie becomes a version of Deadpool. Now, it's either Deadpool rated G, Deadpool rated PG, Deadpool PG-13, or Deadpool R.
Well, yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's funny.
I'm really excited about it.
Well, good. Did you watch the trailer?
I watched the trailer. It looks really funny. It has a ton of famous people in it. Let me read the cast list.
Okay, go ahead.
Vince Vaughn, Emily Blunt, Steve Carell.
Of course, Emily Blunt's going to be in it.
Matt Damon, Sam Rockwell, Maya Rudolph.
Sam Rockwell. They're probably going to have just minor, in and out of it or whatever.
Well, they have this girl. Her name is Kaylee Fleming. I don't know what else she's been in. I'm looking. She was in Loki.
Okay.
She was in the Force Awakens.
Probably if I saw her, I've seen her. So I've seen all of those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm naming ones that you've seen. She was in The Walking Dead. So I guess
I stopped that when they got to the prison.
So yeah, let's see if I can. A girl who goes through difficult experience begins to see everyone's imaginary friends who have been left behind as their real life friends have grown up. So,
do you remember I've talked about that comic book Epic?
Yes.
So that kid can see all of the creations that everyone has thought up and made. So they're all, and he continues. It's very good. Has a lot of spiritual implications. It's a lot of words, but I really enjoyed it. So it sounds a little bit like that, but not as serious.
I think it looks really sweet. I think it looks really fun. Okay. Something that I've noticed, a lot of trailers have come out in the past 12 days.
Okay.
Since actors are allowed to talk about stuff again.
Exactly.
Which I'm not mad at. I love movies. I love going to movies. Mm-hmm. Trevin and I are canceling our Regal Unlimited subscription for the time being because there's nothing to go see. So I'm excited for there to be stuff to go see again.
Yeah.
All of the 4 movies that I've shared. Well, I have 4 movies I'm going to talk about, and I want to go see all of them.
Okay. So did you see the trailer for Echo, which is...
No.
So you know who Echo is?
I do. Echo is the girl who is in charge of the tracksuits.
Yes, exactly. So
you knew exactly what I meant.
I knew exactly what you meant.
And I was right on point.
So Echo is a character from Daredevil, Hawkeye, whatever.
She's deaf?
So yes, and she basically sees what people do and can do it. Mm-hmm. And she also is an amputee. Or not an amputee, or maybe she was born without.
Okay.
Cool. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So it's going to be a Disney Plus show, M for Mature. So they showed a preview. You can go see a preview, an adulty preview, and the Kingpin is back.
Is he? Okay. You know I have feelings.
Okay, it's Kingpin from Daredevil.
Okay, good. Because
it ain't Kingpin from
Hawkeye
was
actual literal garbage.
I know. I know.
He's Kingpin light is what he was.
He was Kingpin light. Let me tell you, if this Kingpin gets a hold of Kate Bishop,
she ain't there. She
ain't walking. No, they'll have to do some type of new thing, Marvel-ish to bring her back. Yeah,
to help Rhodey, like how Rhodey can walk.
Anyway, here's the thing. Pretty good, honestly.
I am all for. I like Kingpin. I don't like him. I think he's a horrible person. I think his character makes a lot of sense
and his based on his childhood
trauma.
It's been interesting in the comics lately too.
I like his. I think he's an intriguing character.
Yeah,
and I did not like how they sissified him.
Well, and the preview says set your Disney to the little thing, I guess, because you can go in, right? Now you have to go and set your Disney thing to where you can watch. Yeah, because I accidentally
gave mine a password, and now I have to put in a password every time I log in.
Yours is the only one that has a password. I thought you had
to.
I know, yeah, I know. But anyway.
And then I couldn't remember what the password is, and Trevin had to tell me what the password was.
Just take it off. You can take it off.
I don't know how to.
Well, all right. So anyway, that looks cool. So which gives me hope for the Daredevil TV show.
Okay, good.
Born Again.
Because the Daredevil TV show needs to be good because Kingpin is literally the reason.
I know. Well, what other movie, Hannah?
Let me find it. Sorry,
That's okay. Let me tell you another.
I got one.
Okay, go ahead.
Damsel.
Wait, what is that one about?
It's Robin Wright and Millie Bobby Brown.
I saw the preview for this. Explain it to me because I can't quite remember.
I have no idea what it's about. It's Robin Wright looks like the matriarch of this queen.
Yeah.
And Millie Bobby Brown looks like she's a princess, ?
Okay. So, yes. Oh, yeah. But she's not a damsel in distress.
But she's not a damsel. Which is why it's like a play on words.
It does look fun.
It looks cool. It looks, I have a couple different, it feels like Mirror smashed into
the Matrix or something.
No, not the Matrix. No. It looks like those two Snow White movies that came out at the same time.
Huntsman.
Snow White and the Huntsman mixed with Mirror, like they're smushed together.
All right.
Is the vibe I'm getting.
Those is very much.
I liked both of them very much.
All right. Yeah.
But it looks like there's also a movie featuring Zoe King on Hulu, I think, called The Princess, where
I have to watch that. That looks fantastic.
So good. Did you watch it?
No, I need to.
Oh, it's rated R. It's an immature movie. It's an adult movie. Gotcha. Zoe King is a young woman who does a lot of like hardcore action type movies.
Gotcha.
She's either in like lovey-dovey films for kids, for like high schoolers, middle school high schoolers, or is in like that type of movie.
Okay.
But it looks like same vibes, except Millie Bobby Brown's character seems more regal.
Okay.
If that makes sense. She gets a haircut at some point. She has really long hair at the beginning. And then at the end.
Then she's 11 at the end.
At the end, her hair is shorter than my hair. Her hair is like chin length.
Gotcha.
Which is her haircut right now. So I think they just had her wear a wig and then took the wig off.
Gotcha. That's funny. I keep saying gotcha. I don't gotcha.
I'm really excited about it. If you would like to, it's a book. They wrote the screenplay and then they hired an author who was interested in the screenplay and wrote a novel based off the screenplay that has been released. It was released in April of this year. Oh,
wow. I don't know if I've heard that happening before.
Me either. So you can go on and read the book if you'd like to. I was looking at it. It was on Goodreads. I was trying to find a synopsis, but I couldn't find a synopsis.
Okay.
That was
me and books with movies. We're going to talk about that. We'll talk about that when we get to binging because I
love that.
I have an opinion on that.
Okay.
So I've got a couple other things.
Okay, go.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Have you seen that movie?
That's one of my 17 movies. I love Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
They're making a Prime TV show starring Donald Glover.
Donald Glover and Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Oh, and I don't know who she is, but it looks amazing.
Because I told you about this piece of news literally when it was released that they were thinking about it. I didn't hear years ago.
Okay. Nice. Well, it's coming out.
Oh no, Dad froze. I'm so excited for him to tell us about it though.
February.
When is it coming out?
Yeah, you froze too. Now I'm back. February the 2nd.
Okay. February 2. Okay.
All right. What else do I have here? I forgot to tell you that Echo comes out in January.
Okay.
So, Minecraft movie.
Interesting.
I think it's going to be live action.
Okay.
So starring Jason Momoa.
A bit movie that's Minecraft.
Wow, but do you know how big Minecraft is? I mean, it also stars, I can't read my writing. I think her name is Emma Myers. She is the girl who is the daughter on Family Switch. And I don't know if you know this or not. She also played Wednesday Addams' roommate.
I didn't watch Wednesday.
Oh, it was great. It was really good.
Everyone has really loved it, but I haven't.
I thought I wouldn't like it, but then I got started and I think it is really good. I did enjoy it.
Yes. So, Emma Myers is her name.
Gotcha. Do you got any more other news?
Yes.
Okay. And then
one more movie that looks fun. Self-Reliance.
Okay. I don't know what that's about.
It is written by Jake Johnson. What?
You can do it on your own. I have faith in you.
Self-Reliance it was written by Jake Johnson. Jake Johnson is the star. Also, he plays Nick in New Girl, which you should watch New Girl because it's hysterical. And Shooty Pooty, Anna Kendrick.
I know who she is.
I watched the trailer because Trevin thinks Anna Kendrick is cute, and I was going to tell him that Anna Kendrick had a new movie coming out. But Self-Reliance is about, so Jake Johnson, his character is like down on his luck, is mediocre, and he gets contacted by Andy Samberg, who's playing himself, to be a part of a game where for 30 days, random people are going to try to murder him. And he has to survive for 30 days.
What? That's not a fun game. Oh my God. Is it a comedy?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, that might be funny then.
He's not allowed to be harmed if he's with someone.
Oh, well, there you go. I would just have somebody with me all the time.
Hire someone to just be with him.
Yeah, that would be funny.
All of the time.
Yeah.
And like in the commercial, in the trailer, he is like laying there in his like little full-size bed next to this giant man, and he wakes up in the middle of the night to like ninjas attacking him, and he runs down the hallway, and the guy that he paid is taking
He's going to the bathroom.
Bathroom.
Nice.
He's like, why didn't you wake me up and bring me with you? He goes, I'm on the toilet.
Well, hey.
And so the whole shtick is that he runs into Anna Kendrick, and Anna Kendrick is also in the game, and they just decide that they're going to be with each other for the entire 30 days.
Oh, well, that'd be neat.
And shenanigans ensue. Shenanigans.
Hey, when you said Andy Samberg, it made me think of something.
Okay.
The guy who played the chief.
Yes, Holt.
Passed
Captain Holt.
away. Yeah.
Are you kidding?
No. I don't know why, but or how it happened, but yeah, that's sad news. Yeah,
sad news.
It is sad news. Sorry, guys, to bring a damper. But if you guys haven't seen Brooklyn
Nine-Nine, have you watched that yet?
Oh, I'm like into season 2 or 3. Yeah,
okay, we've been hilarious. You would love it.
It's hilarious.
Gina?
I love it. Yeah, Gina's awesome.
She's wild.
I like them all. Every single character in there is really good.
Rosa is really good.
Yeah, the guy who's
Terry.
No, I know who Terry Crews is. It's the other guy. The geeky guy.
I can't remember his name now.
He's hilarious.
He's so funny.
I know. So anyway.
He's so funny. Sanchez, we love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chef's kiss all over the place. Did you get to the episode yet where they're at a dinner party and Rosa and Gina are, she has to watch Gina, and they're like, what do you do? He's like, I'm a psychologist. And he's like, I got someone for you to meet. And Gina,
yes, they're at that dinner party. That's when somebody's trying to find out, like they're going through the chief's, all this stuff. Yeah. And Terry's like, I told you guys to leave him alone.
I'm the Paris of people.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I do remember that. I did see that one. That was funny.
That's so good. Okay, I'm glad that you're watching that.
Yeah, it's fun. Okay. All right.
Nerd news. Do you have anything else?
No, I mean, just it's not really important. So
okay, you can share it, or we can be done.
We can be done.
Okay, I love that.
So
what you been watching?
So I've been working on Mosaic, trying to finish it.
Yeah, you have.
And so I've been rewatching, and this is where my book versus movie thing is an issue for me.
Okay.
So I am watching all the extended edition of The Hobbit. I did The Hobbit first, and now I'm on The Lord of the Rings. I'm now on Return of the King.
You started at Hobbit?
An extended edition of all of those.
Oh.
So I love The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
But I am not as familiar with the Lord of the Ring books as I am with The Hobbit. I can probably almost quote the Hobbit book in
Dad,
certain parts.
What do you do every fall?
The Hobbit is actually in my car right now.
Dang,
the CD, and I am listening to it. I am, they have just now opened the door to the mountain. So I'm on disc 7 of 10 discs.
Dad has listened to The Hobbit on CD since I remember sitting in the line of Mapleton,
which
waiting
is
to be dropped
an elementary
off.
school.
I was less than 5th grade. Like when I was a dragon, because I remember thinking I was a dragon when I could see my fog, my breath went, and I could see my breath.
My wings, hurricanes.
I remember being like, I'm a dragon while we were listening to The Hobbit. So Dad knows The Hobbit, and that was a book that you read to / with all of us in 4th or 5th grade.
So
we are Hobbit people.
Which makes it really hard for me to enjoy the Hobbit movie.
That's why I was like, oh, you willingly watched the extended edition of The Hobbit.
Well, let me just say, on the last Hobbit, I skipped a massive amount of it.
It's so dumb. It could have been one really excellent movie.
That's the issue. I don't think it could have been. I don't think it could have been. 2 probably. But I don't know where they would have cut it into pieces. It didn't need to be 3. I think it does that so the Lord of the Rings book, I mean, the movie, it strays from the book as well. But where my familiarity with a book is not as great, it doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
So I love the Lord of the Rings movies, and I can barely stand I like the first Hobbit for 90% of it. But
I'm going on an adventure.
Yeah, that's funny.
Beautiful.
But yeah.
And the music is perfect.
Oh, yeah. The misty mountain.
I think part of the reason is that they made it something it isn't. Like The Hobbit is a children's book.
Yeah, but
let it be a children's book.
It doesn't need to be a daggone elf / dwarf love interest.
No, let it be a PG hour and 2 hour and 30 movies, hour 45 if you have to. Here's the thing. If you're going to watch a Hobbit film, what Hobbit film should they watch, Dad?
The animated Rankin Bass.
Yes. The greatest
adventure is what lies ahead. Yes, that one.
You have to sing it that way. If you don't know talking about, just Google The Greatest Adventure, and then you'll know exactly what we mean.
I'll tell you what, though, Andy Serkis's Gollum is spot on.
Iconic.
Yeah, my precious. So anyway, that's what I've been binging. Yeah, not really doing much with podcasts or anything recently. I've been listening to The Hobbit on CD. So yeah, and those are all those movies are available on Max. So if you have Max, listen, don't just watch the theatrical version.
Yeah, if you're gonna watch
Lord of the Rings anyway,
it has to be the extended edition.
I know it's long, but do it. Trust me, you will appreciate it. Some of the Hannah and I's favorite part of the Lord of the Rings trilogy,
of the entire
trilogy, is not in the theatrical release.
I didn't know because you raised me right, and I had only ever watched the extended editions. And then I was at college, and on one of the streaming services, the theatrical release was only available. And I was like, oh, I'll just watch that. And then my favorite part didn't happen. And I called Dad.
I'm like, it isn't in there.
Dad.
Yeah. So, and there's so much good. I want to get your mom to watch. She never really watched them. I want her to watch them. And it's just to talk about all the spiritual implications in the movies.
There's so many beautiful spiritual implications.
Yeah. Like Legolas tells, and when they're in Helm's Deep, he tells Aragorn that he's never led us astray. We followed you this far and you've never led us astray. And he goes, I'm sorry. I was wrong to despair. And I think there's an awful lot in there spiritually that we can take away from that.
Well, J.R.R.
Tolkien. The only RR you need. Anyway, Hannah, what have you been binging?
We have been watching a million Christmas movies.
We have two. We've watched a bunch.
Okay,
tell me what you watched.
We have watched Elf.
Okay, yes or no? Watch it or not watch it?
We have.
No. Should people watch it or not watch it?
If you haven't watched Elf, what are you doing on this podcast?
That's a plus. Watch it.
We watched Christmas Chronicles.
Oh, I liked it. And it's on Netflix.
I like it. It's on Netflix. It's cute if you need a movie.
It's cute. It's a kid movie. It's a middle school adult family movie. If you're going to watch
a Netflix original movie for Christmas, it should be Klaus.
Yeah. Oh, Klaus is fantastic. It should
just, if you're
So listen, I have a friend, Brandon, who's wheelchair bound, and he always puts these cool little things on Facebook. And like, there's one part in Klaus where he says, if you're going to do something, all you got to do is just stand. And he was like, oh, thanks, Klaus. Because he's like, I can't. It's so funny. But anyway, Klaus is animated.
Which is animated and is phenomenal.
We watched it last year and we talked about it.
It's honestly like,
and don't watch A Castle for Christmas. Don't waste your time.
Don't watch it.
Don't
watch it.
Anyway, go ahead. What else have you watched?
Klaus is excellent. We watched Polar Express.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet, and it's like my favorite.
Polar Express.
Oh, chocolate. What else?
We watched National Lampoon.
Oh, haven't seen it yet either. Keep going.
Shoot, what else is there?
Okay, so I've watched Santa Claus 1, Santa Claus 2, Santa Claus 3. I like them all.
Okay.
And they have shown Home Alone 9 million times on Freeform.
The TV. We have not watched Home Alone yet.
Home Alone 1 and 2, just don't. Gosh, they've just driven it. Your mom and I watched a movie called Silver Bells, which is a 2005 made for TV. It was okay. We liked it. We watched another one. Oh no, I'll talk about that when we talk about the movie we watched.
We watched the Powerpuff Girls Christmas special.
Okay, didn't know there was such a thing. Where'd you see that at?
There is. It was probably on Hulu or some HBO.
Crazy Powerpuff
or something.
Christmas special.
The Powerpuff Girls Christmas special.
That's funny.
Trevin, my dear sweet husband, only wants to watch Christmas movies after Thanksgiving and will not watch any for certain after New Year's, perhaps after Epiphany, if I beg him for one that we have not watched.
That's crazy.
Epiphany is in the Catholic calendar, it's January 6th. And
365 days of Christmas this year.
So I cram Christmas in. If we're sitting down and watching something, it's a Christmas movie.
Oh gosh! I watched Die Hard 2, which also takes place at Christmas, and it actually has snow, so it feels more Christmassy than Die Hard 1.
There was an advent calendar that I saw, and it was
it's Hans Gruber falling.
Gruber falls down. Did I send that to you?
No, I've seen it. You can get that ornament. I almost tried to buy that ornament for Miriam.
Oh, she would have liked that.
Oh, I got her. She's not listening.
I watched 1995 Miracle on 34th Street.
Oh, that's a fantastic one. We watched it too. It was on TV.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
It's on a streaming service.
It is. I think it's on Disney
I think
or
Max.
Hulu. Oh, really? Well, like I said, it's one of those.
Who knows? Mm-hmm. And George C. Scott, Christmas Carol.
It's the one Trevin likes.
That Trevin loves George C. Scott, Christmas Carol.
The animated with what's his face as...
No, hate it.
It's terrible. I can't stand it. And it's on all the time on Freeform. And I'm like, oh, please. It's spooky, first of all, for kids. They make it's made in the same vein as the Polar Express. And Jim Carrey is, I just don't like
the entire time we were watching the Polar Express, Trevin was like, this animation style is awful.
Oh, tell him knock it off.
It's a bad animation style.
No, it's different. Okay. I mean, it's different. I like it.
And then we watched, I watched, because I haven't seen it in a long time, Love Actually.
I watched that too. I forgot how dirty it was.
I forgot how mean it is.
It is very mean.
It's so mean.
And it is smutty in spots.
Yes, this poor...
we got to be careful. This is child friendly.
This movie woman who is an average size gets called fat the entire time.
Plumpy.
She's an average sized human being.
I didn't think she was that big. I was like, oh my gosh. And at the very end, she jumps up on, he goes, man,
He's
you're
like,
heavy.
Get down,
and she goes,
fatty.
No, he says, man, you're heavy. And she says, shut your face. That's what she says.
The best storyline in that movie is
I agree with you.
You're going to disagree with me?
I unless you go ahead, tell me what you think it is.
The best storyline in that movie is the man who travels to France, falls in love with the woman. I disagree,
but I do like that.
Learns to speak Portuguese and goes and asks her to marry him.
My favorite one is the one that we can't talk about.
That's my second favorite one.
Because it's like
so cute.
And I'm like, oh my God.
At the entire time, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, do not watch this with children in the room. Okay.
I literally was like,
love is all around. Oh, bugger.
I was like, will you watch the first 10 minutes of this movie with me? And he was like,
me? Who?
No, Trevin.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, why? I'm
Christmas is all. Wait till you get to the second verse where we add an extra syllable in.
And he's like, it's awful.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
It is very funny. All right.
Okay. We also are watching Love Has Won, The Cult of Mother God, which is a Max documentary.
Okay. That sounds weird.
Where this woman convinced people that she was God.
Oh my gosh.
And that Robin Williams was going to come down in a spaceship and take her to...
So, like, people believed this? I'm telling you what, there's some wackadoodle folks out there.
There are people that believe it still. She's since passed away. She did not ascend. But Robin Williams didn't come.
No, because he's no longer living. Bless his heart.
He's not. Robin Williams and, like, they had this, like, board of people that are
why did she choose Robin Williams of all people?
Dude.
Oh my gosh.
Donald Trump is on the list of people that are part of her, like, it's the weirdest group of people in the entire world. It's a picture of Robin Williams and then, like, an 18th century painting of a man with a mustache that I don't know who he is. And then Mother God in the middle.
Oh my gosh.
Her name is like Amy or something.
So why did you decide to watch this for?
Well,
why?
We really liked watching The Vow, which was that documentary about Nexium, which I told you about.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I thought that it was great.
And she doesn't mean the medication Nexium, which is for GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease.
I don't mean that.
Yeah. But you can get over the counter now.
But yeah,
all
so
right.
I saw it on my TikTok and I was like, I might want to watch that.
Oh my gosh.
Bonkers.
All right.
It's absolutely bonkers. I have also been listening. I finished Smarter, Faster.
Oh yeah.
Further? Better,
it sounds
stronger,
like a
better,
song,
smarter, faster?
Song by
because every time I go, it
Daft Punk.
Dun up, bump, bump. Yeah, he like starts singing harder, faster, better, stronger.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. But I finished the book and it was really good. They talk about different ways to bolster productivity and creativity.
Okay.
And it was a lovely book and I enjoyed it.
All right. I need to bolster my productivity and creativity.
Perhaps focus on your big why and engage and be a creativity broker by using the different aspects of your life to, it's like if you are.
I'm lost.
Yeah, I'm explaining it very, very poorly.
That's okay. Maybe I should listen to it.
Focus on your internal locus of control rather than an external locus of control. So identify things that are within your control that you can act in.
Yeah. I have a new dog. She takes up every bit of my time.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Anywho. All right. Well, that's a lot. We've been watching a lot. We've consumed some media.
A lot of movies. I like movies. I like Christmas movies, and there's so many, and you can only watch so many. I need to watch on my list. Watch The Grinch. We want to watch the Santa Claus, The Grinch, Santa Claus, the Holiday, and The Last Holiday.
Gotcha. I forgot that I am loving Monarch on Apple.
Perfect.
That's the. Oh, and did you see the trailer for the new Godzilla King Kong movie?
Trevin is stoked for it.
Oh, please. I mean, King Kong looks like he has like a mechanical arm brace on his arm.
There's a Godzilla movie that's out right now that
Godzilla -1. I really want to see it.
Trevin, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know about the new.
This is a new movie.
Okay. Trevin really wants to see Godzilla -1.
I do too. All right. Let's go on.
Okay. Pull list. Folks,
I've got so many comics and not enough time to read them all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about 5. One from DC Comics, one from Marvel Comics, one from an independent distributor, and then I'm also going to do a new number 1 and a book of the week.
Dad shares with us a new number 1. I'll explain why when we get there. I'm jumping ahead, and I don't need to. I'm done.
All right. Well, let's just jump in. So my independent comic is from Dark Horse Comics. And it is Giant Robot Hellboy issue 2. So this book is just like it sounds. There is a giant mechanical Hellboy robot.
I'm dead.
That Hellboy is controlling with his mind in another place and fighting giant kaiju. And
classic.
It's just fun. It's
giant
issue
robot
2.
Hellboy.
I have a feeling you could probably pick up issue 1, and it's only 3 issues. So tic-tac-toe. And the art's really good. Sometimes on the Hellboy books, I'm not a big fan of the art, but this is really good. I really like it. So, yeah. My DC book is The Flash, issue 3. The Flash is being written by a guy who does a lot of weird stuff. He always puts characters in, I don't know. He's just a bizarre writer. So, which is why I started picking up The Flash. And The Flash is coming into contact with a new group that basically stop everything. He's like, has to wait, slow down, wait. And it also has a lot of Mr. Terrific in it, which is a character I love. You remember Mr. Terrific from
in Big Barda?
No, he wasn't in Big Barda. He was in, but same writer. He was in the the guy that was a knockoff of John Carter.
We read it, didn't we?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
John Carter from Mars. That one.
Yes.
The Strange Adventures.
Yes.
Yes, he was the one who was doing the investigation into that character. So anyway, it's been fun.
I really liked him.
Yeah, I like him. He's good in this too.
He cares a lot about the truth.
Yeah. So my Marvel book is The Incredible Hulk, issue 6. The Hulk is there is like the mother of all monsters. The monsters are coming for the Hulk. And he has a young girl that travels with him. But they end up in like I don't know if they end up in Mexico or if they end up in just a migrant camp or something. And there is a young boy who, there's a monster that's been coming and taking people. But there's a young boy who always rides this old motorcycle that's always sitting on this old motorcycle that's around the camp that's all run down. Well, you come to find out that when something is dangerous comes towards that little boy that like a World War II / Ghost Rider comes on this motorcycle. And the cover is amazing. This is by Philip Kennedy Johnson.
Show me. I want to see.
So there's Ghost Rider coming for the Hulk. The Hulk has been really good. It's more of a horror monster type book than it was before.
Kind of Swamp Thing vibe?
No, not our writing's not that great. Swamp Thing writing is fantastic.
Fair.
Anyway, yeah.
Number one. New number one. Okay.
New number one is go ahead.
Why are you sharing a new number one with us?
In case somebody wants to check it out.
Yeah. So buying comic books can be hard. Going into a comic book store can be scary, especially when you don't know where to start. So if you would like a place to pick up and you want to walk into a comic book shop and say, I would like issue 1 of this, please. Hey, this is something that's on the stands you could go pick up right this second.
So this number one is an adult book.
Okay,
so don't pick it up for kids. But my next one is a number one as well, my book of the week, and it's a good place to start as well. So what's the matter?
I hit my microphone because I got excited with my pen.
Gotcha. So this is Barbaric by Vault Comics, but Barbaric, this book is called Wrong Kind of Righteous. So I've been collecting.
What the book is called, or what
the book is called? Wrong Kind of Righteous, Barbaric. So Barbaric has been a series of books. They've had like 3 volumes, like maybe 5 issues, and then a 3 issue, and then a 5 issue. They've had 3 story arcs, and they always started at number 1. Well, this is just a one-shot story.
Sick. Okay.
Starring the barbarian who is cursed in that anytime someone asks him for help,
he has to say yes.
He has to help them. If it is a righteous,
I was going to say there's a caveat.
Thing.
I know that he's not going to help like someone murder.
That basically drinks blood, likes to be so.
Which I told you is very similar to a Vox Machina thing.
Right. So they come in contact with a paladin who has a flail that is very similar to the axe. Mm-hmm. Except this paladin, he thinks he's righteous, but he's actually like, if someone is staring into the sun too long, he thinks they should be killed. It's like. So,
he's a bit extreme.
And you come to find out. Are we talking like
lawful evil vibe?
He's actually a demon.
Classic.
Has taken him over and is using him, and he has to end up fighting that. So
poor guy.
Yeah. So it's a good book. It is adult. It is violent. So yeah, not for kids. However, this is my book of the week.
Book of the week. It's the book of the week.
Is Titans Beast World issue 1. So this is an event. So what if you guys?
Is this DC?
DC, yeah.
Did you see how I knew that?
I know because I said Titans. Yeah.
And you said Beast World.
Yeah. The Beast. Yeah. The Beast Boy, basically.
That's what I thought.
This is an event, which means there's going to be multiple crossovers and multiple books. And so this is the beginning of the epic event starts here. It's written by Tom Taylor, who I love. He did all of the Deceased books.
Yes, you really like those.
Oh, those are the best. It's the best stuff that's come out in a long time. So this is Beast Boy, who basically gets, he turns himself into like a Starro creature. Remember Starro from?
I do.
And to destroy another evil Starro that's not Starro. And he gets, I think Amanda Waller does something and takes control of him, and he shoots out those little starfishes,
babies,
and turns people into beasts on the planet. So this is going to be what this is, I think. So it was fun.
Amanda Waller can stop.
She's terrible. I know.
She can literally just stop.
Anyway. So yeah, there you go.
One of the worst villains. IMO.
I got you. In my opinion. Yeah.
She's up there. for me.
She's up there. She's getting to be. And the thing about it was she wasn't around until the 80s.
Well, she's
I think 1986, I think. Anyway.
Oh, no.
I may even have her first appearance. Maybe Legend.
Hey, you have the first appearance of Harley.
I do. That was an accident.
Because everyone tried to buy it from you at the Comic-Con.
I might take Harley with me this year. Because there was a very low turnout to that con because it was the COVID con.
I was there.
I know. We all had to wear masks.
I wore a mask and there was a person that I thought was carrying around a baby, and it was not a baby. It was a baby doll that looked like a baby.
That's creepy. Okay. Hannah.
Yes.
That's it. Let's talk about our movie.
Yes.
So Hannah and I watched The Family Switch, which is PG. It is on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
It stars Ed Helms and Jennifer Garner.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a Christmas movie, ?
I don't think so.
So why is it called a Christmas movie? Hannah, tell us what happens in this movie.
Okay. It is Freaky Friday times 2.
Nailed it.
It's Freaky Friday times 2 because it happens to the dad and the son and the mom and the daughter.
And the dog and the baby, which is cute. It's funny.
The guy who's like,
yes.
No wonder you are so confused. Is maybe the best part.
I think this baby is spending too much time with the dog. Yeah.
No wonder you are so confused. He asked for this. Put a diaper on the dog.
It happens at Christmas time, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot going on in the movie. Each person has something very important going on in their life. Mm-hmm. And they, during this planetary alignment, they each wish that someone would be in their, that they could walk. Could be.
I wish you could understand and walk in my shoes
for a day.
Like, haha, watch me.
And it happens.
And a magic lady does it.
Yeah, that's so funny.
It's always a magic lady. It's always an old lady who has some sort of magic.
Right. So the boy is extremely smart. Extremely smart.
He's like, you're about to run the gauntlet.
That's when he goes through school. They pick on him at school because he's very smart. The daughter is extremely talented in soccer. Mm-hmm. The dad used to be in Maroon 6.
That was the silliest thing.
That's funny.
That was the silliest thing, Dad.
And he has a chance of being winning like a band, be a Battle of the Band.
What is it? What is it? It's a play on...
No Doubt. No,
No, it's like a play on Dead.
It's Father. I can't remember. Anyway, so and the mother is a huge advertising executive, like
architect.
Sorry, yeah. Anyway, I just know she has to win this thing.
A pitch.
So, and each person has to try to do that in the other person's shoes, which is pretty funny.
Dad or Alive.
Dad or Alive. That's it. Instead of Dead or Alive, it's Dad or Alive.
Dad or Alive. And it's Weezer. Weezer is the band.
What?
I just Googled it. Their fictioner band is called Dad or Alive. Watch Weezer play Ed Helms' bandmates in Netflix's Family Switch.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that was Weezer.
It's Weezer.
That is funny. So what did you think of the movie, Hannah?
Dad, it was cringe for me.
Really?
I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh.
There were a couple moments that were very sweet and that were very like funny. And it was like, man, this is like when they were like woke up and they were in each other's body. The dialogue there is like, man, this is freaky. Yeah.
Oh,
I feel 17 again. This isn't 13 going on 30.
I'm 13 going on 30, that was cringy. Yes, there was a lot of throwbacks to those. I got that. Yes.
So, and they're like, I have to be in my body. And then a giant fart.
Yeah, that was funny. I thought it was funny.
I did not think that was funny.
So this movie isn't made for you.
It's
first
not.
Of all.
And that's part of it. Like it's not made for me. Mm-hmm. I am for sure not the audience of choice. Do I think this would be such a fun movie to watch with late elementary schoolers? 100%.
Yeah. Especially the baby and the dog.
The baby and the
CGI,
dog is just
the CGI is a little
atrocious.
bit is not very good on that. But if a little kid is watching that, They're gonna
just giggle.
Laugh.
They're gonna giggle. I think elementary school kids would love this movie.
So
I like the kind. I enjoy parents learning and children learning about each other. Yes, and part of me is just like, tell your kid you're proud of them, not your coworker.
Yeah, I got you. That's true. Mm-hmm.
Like you can do both.
So. Wait, here, I want to ask you this. Is this better than Castle for Christmas?
110%. 500 times better than A Castle for Christmas.
How about did you watch the Lindsay Lohan one?
I did not, and nor do I think will I.
Okay, yeah. This is way better than those.
No, and it's cute. And if you're a fan of Jennifer Garner, I think it was a sweet movie that she was in.
Mom loved it.
I'm not.
I loved it. I will watch it again.
You've watched it twice, haven't you?
Yeah. No, not twice.
I thought you said you were going to watch it again.
I was going to watch it, but I haven't yet. Okay. My favorite part is watching Ed Helms' character, who is now the son in the body of his dad, having to kiss his mom, having to kiss his sister who's in his mom's
body.
Because the mom's friends think their marriage is in trouble. And she's like, I think he's so hot. And
they leave, and then they're like, I think a divorce could be good for the group.
But watching Ed Helms
that's not funny.
No, that's not funny. I agree with that. But watching Ed Helms go, like he's trying his hardest.
Just like trying to kiss each other. I thought the child actors did great job at portraying like as a grown-up. I think it'd be easier for a grown-up to pretend they have a kid stuck in their body than for a child to
the young actors. But again, that girl
she was great. She was great.
Yeah, and like I said, she was in Wednesday. It was great in that show.
The young man was hysterical too. In the leather jacket and the white T-shirt. That was awful.
That was awful. But you're right. They did a really good job. I thought because of course they're older than the kids who were in that horrible Spy Kids 82 episodes, whatever. I don't know how many Spy Kids there were, but those kids were not good. But they were younger.
Babies.
Yeah. So who knows how old? Yeah. These were good actors. So
I just pulled up how old. I just Googled Emma Meyer. Let's see how old she is. I can find out.
I bet you she's 20.
I'm gonna find out how old she is. She's 21.
I told you she didn't look 21.
She's
but that's
small.
What happened.
How tall is she?
Yeah.
Oh, she's 5'3". That's why.
Yeah. Is that how tall Miriam is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Netflix also has a new Christmas movie that they just dropped, and it's called Best Christmas Ever, starring Brandy, Heather Graham, and Jason Biggs from American Pie. And we watched it last night.
Was that good?
It was okay. It was good. I liked it. I didn't like it as well as I liked
this one,
Family Switch.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you will like it.
Well,
but I don't like.
I have a hard time. I have a hard time with things like this, in part because I'm like you. I do not enjoy people putting themselves in situations that are cringy.
Yeah, and this is pretty much
that's all it was. It was just cringe over and over and over again.
The Family Switch one?
Yeah. Well, like I don't like the Family Stone or like Four Christmases or things like that, where it's just awful things that happen to people over and over again.
Oh, like Meet the Parents or Meet the Fockers?
Yeah, I can't do that.
I can't stand it either.
I can't do that. And if that felt like that, at like a much smaller scale, a more like child-friendly scale.
Yeah.
But it was very much like, the entire, like, you don't understand me. You don't understand me. Let's put ourselves in this awkward situation and pretend like the dad, like almost kissing a teenage girl is like.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. The dad was in the body of his son.
Of a son.
But he put the Cheez-Its in front.
Yeah, man. And that's also just awful.
This is what most cringy for me was the brother and sister who were really the mother and dad in the body of the brother and sister dancing at the party. And it looked like they were going to kiss or something. And I was like, ooh, this is I don't feel good about this.
Big shaking of my head.
Gotcha.
It's a Christmas movie because it takes place at Christmas time. At the end of the movie, everything works out. It snows.
Yeah.
It snows in Los Angeles. My favorite thing in the entire world is their house that they're in, and they live in Los Angeles. And there's a plot point. It was like, your mom doesn't take vacation so she can pay for your soccer classes. Girl, buy a smaller house. You don't
Holy cow, that house is probably $6 million, $10 million home.
For your soccer classes?
How much are her soccer classes costing? I thought the same thing. And by the way, how much snow do they get in Hollywood? Like, does it snow there? What? And then I thought, oh my gosh, it's the day after tomorrow.
No, we were watching it, and Trevin and I looked at each other and we went, they can afford that house, but she can't take vacation because of soccer camp.
So Hannah,
is she flying her to France?
So Hannah, just 100% truth bomb. What do you think? What do you think?
I think I would give it a 3.
Okay.
Out of 5. Like,
yeah, maybe that. Maybe 2.5.
I think it's worth a watch.
Especially if you have young kids.
Yeah, and if you have young kids, again, I am a married. The term on the internet right now is a dink.
Double income, no
kids. This movie is not made for me.
That's been the term forever. Your mom and I used to be dinks.
Okay, well, I am a dink. Dual income, no kids.
Now we're double income, kids are gone. We are a dinkag. Dinkag.
I'm a dinkag. So, like, this movie wasn't made for me. I have a coworker whose children are 5 and 3, and they loved this movie.
Oh, did they really?
They loved it. The kids thought it was so funny. The grown-ups were able to have a couple of laughs too.
Exactly. Yeah.
So there you go. Do I think it's a good movie? Yeah. If you have a family who needs a new movie to watch, you're tired of the same ones over and over again.
Don't watch Castle for Christmas.
Don't watch Castle for Christmas. Watch this.
Or the Lindsay Lohan one. I mean, the Lindsay Lohan was okay, but go into watching it like, oh, this is a Lindsay Lohan Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
There you go.
100%.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah,
I would probably give it, 2.5 candy canes.
Yeah, like a 3, a 2.5 to a 3. 3 is like, if you're on Goodreads, 3 is, this was not bad. I do not regret watching it. I finished it.
Gotcha. Okay.
1 is I didn't do it. 2 is, I struggled through it. Don't do this.
So what would you call the one where I just bailed and didn't finish the movie?
That'd be a -5.
Or Hannah had to watch that whole terrible movie.
watched. You should have texted me.
Sally in the chat, if you guys don't know, if you're listening to this, we do record this live on Facebook. Sally in the chat says she's a single income, no kids. Sink. All right. Well, guys.
I think that it has a time and a place. I don't want to hate on it because I do think that it was, for what it was well made. The actors genuinely cared about it.
The best Christmas ever was, I didn't like a lot of the struggle in the relationship of the husband and wife. I didn't like that. So
yeah,
this didn't have that. The Family Switch didn't have it. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. But they weren't. They were disconnected.
Yeah, not terribly.
Not terribly, but a little.
They were disconnected with the kids for sure.
A little disconnected between themselves.
Yeah, a little, I guess. It wasn't not like anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, folks, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Hannah's pointing at me.
No, I was like, what do you say to tell me to do the stuff?
Do the thing.
That's not what you usually say.
Hannah.
Yes.
What do I say?
I don't know. That's why I was looking at you. I'm like, what is the thing he says?
I don't know.
End roll?
End roll. Hannah, end roll.
I don't think that's it.
It is
we'll have to. Okay, I believe you. Friends, Thank you for hanging out with us on our little corner of the internet today. We are so glad that you're here and we care about you bunches. Our intro music is made by Brockwell Nason. Hey, go on Spotify and pre-save. He has a song that's coming out in January. And you can pre-save his song and so you can listen to it. I think it comes out like the 5th or the 6th of January.
All right.
And if you're in Nashville, he's doing a lot of music. He's performing a lot this winter break. So check him out. Nate and my dear sweet brother made our art in Microsoft Paint. Thanks for doing that. His
birthday's tomorrow.
Yeah,
December 15th.
It is beautiful art, and we are thankful for him, and we love you. I do our uploads. Dad sometimes does our YouTube, and terrible. We like doing this.
We do. That's why we do it, right? Because we have fun. And, we're glad you guys join us. Hopefully you have fun.
Indeed.
Anyway, guys, until next time, we will catch you on the flippity flop.
Bye,
guys.